shot, that's all you got. Write your own story, you control the plot, yeah. One shot, that's all you got. Could drop dead now of a blood clot, yeah. One shot, give it all you got, and never back down. No, I'm never gonna stop, yeah. I know that I'm a little OCD. The people close to me already know that's me. That's how it's supposed to be, cause nobody's perfect. You need something to work towards, that's worth it. You need something that's worth more, you deserve it. Find a thing that you love, then preserve it. If you're heading down the wrong path, then reverse it.
Hi, this is William Hung, and you're listening to the Training Trinidad podcast.
Hey everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Trini Trinidad, and we are talking with Trini today. So, all right, so I got my guest in house. I'm going to start with my buddy Alex. Alex is here, Alex Espinosa of Espinosa Boxing. I'm excited to be able to highlight you, brother. I know you're a great person in the community. You've always done great things. And today we're going to highlight what you've got as far as a business that you're starting up that's on your own. I'm excited for you. Along with what you do as a profession, it's a passion for you. And we're going to highlight that gym, that Espinosa Boxing Gym. And we also have a special guest. Now, when we're talking about our guest, he is a native of San Antonio, Texas. Now, I know that he is nicknamed Fearless, Joseph Johnson. What's going on, Joseph?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh,
Good
man.
to see you. Good
Yeah,
to see
man.
you.
I'm happy to be here with you. Well, Joseph, we're going to get into you and what your career is like, what you're getting ready to come up on. One thing I want to be able to tell my viewers, and that is this. You can help us a ton with this program by going out to Trini Trinidad, hitting that subscribe button, hit the notifications. We're going to be highlighting, Mr. Fearless here, man. I'm loving it. You know what's weird about that, Fearless? You are so approachable. When
Yes,
I first meet you, got a great smile. I got a little description of you, man. You are hyped. You're a hype person.
Yes, sir.
You're exciting. You're smart. I'm talking about like that boxing IQ. I love it when I've seen your videos. You're friendly.
Yes, sir.
You love to have fun. And we got a little picture here in just a second. You got a great smile.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So I know you can turn it on when you need to and all, but I'm
Exactly.
excited to highlight you as a boxer, as an individual here. Look at that guy. What I'm talking about? Yeah, man. You got to love that smile. So I've been talking to Joseph before we went on camera, man. I really like this kid a lot. And so I'm excited to highlight him. But Alex, we're going to start with you. Alex, give us a little bit of a background on who you are, what you do, and ultimately, what you're getting ready to do with your business.
Well, my name is Alex Espinosa, born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. I'm a boxing coach. I do professionals, amateurs. I even, I enjoy working with the community, Punch for Parkinson, Special Olympics, things like that. So I decided to open my own gym, and it opens January 6th. And that will be serving the public and professional fighters.
So what I love about what you're saying is like we're talking about punch out Parkinson's, correct?
Yes, sir.
So my father-in-law participated in one of those classes, man. It's so important, when you have Parkinson's to be able to move, exercise the mind and all. You help kids with Special Olympics. You give them opportunities to come into a gym, which most kids with any type of disabilities or differences might be intimidated to walk in. You have a great heart, man. I want to highlight what you do for the community when it comes to that. Get a little bit more into those programs.
Well, I just want to create an environment that everywhere feels welcome, a unified place to train. We don't have that in San Antonio yet. Hopefully we can build off that. But really, I just love doing it. My wife's a special needs teacher, and that's kind of how I started. Hearing the different stories, hearing the different things going on, and I decided to help. I wanted to help, and as I did it, I love doing it, and I want to continue to do it. I want to build off it, and really that's what I want to represent me as a person.
Yeah,
not just what I do, but that's what I'm about.
Yeah, man. And you are what I'm telling you right now that I can vouch for this guy. Who you're hearing and what you see on this show, it's what you get out in public. So that's awesome, man. I want to highlight also that when you talk about your business, all right? So you've got your gym. It's here in San Antonio, Texas, Espinosa Boxing. And you're going to be opening. What's your opening date?
January 6th, we'll do a grand opening. It'll be on a Saturday afternoon. So, we'll have some food, some we're going to have a raffle, things like that, just to get some people out and check it out.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. So when we're talking about your fighters, we've got Joseph here, Joseph Fearless Johnson, talking 3-1-1. Joseph, you won your last fight was here in San Antonio against Felix Garcia.
Yes, sir.
That was on September the 15th of 23. But you made your pro debut here in San Antonio. What I want to do is I want to give these people a little bit of a feel for who you are in the gym and what you do. And I'll tell you, I'm excited to see this highlight.
Yes, sir.
This is some of y'all training. And so we'll cut to that here in just a second. So what I love about this, man, is this highlights what I've noticed and observed since I found out about you, man. A couple of things. One, you're a very intelligent fighter. You're in and out. Your movement. You're strategizing.
Yes,
You're not just out there throwing punches and bunches. I love the way that your body positioning. I love the way that you move, but the thing I like and that I think I saw that was the most was how relaxed you are, man. You have fun.
Yes, sir.
You have fun with it. You can talk some noise, but at the same time, you're smiling. You're light on your feet. You've got that thing about you, man. I mean, how do you handle that kind of stress? I mean, we're watching the videos. I see Alex working with you in the gym, but like, how do you handle that? How do you keep such a light type mentality when you're in such a stressful situation?
Man, I would say that I always say never to turn a dream into a job. And when you're having fun, it's always going to be a dream. When you feel like you've got to do something or you have to do this or you have to, I've got to stay tight on my defense or I've got to move my head. You know, I get to stay tight on my defense. I get to I get to throw some punches. You know, I get to go out there and put on a performance for people who might, have never, ever seen a boxing match before. When you look at it like that, a lot of things, you can make light of a lot of situations. To me, boxing it's a business. Everybody I fight isn't my enemy. I've got opponents that I fought today that are good friends of mine right now that I'd like to say. And when you look at it like that, it's always just keeping it a dream, making it something you get to go do, not something you have to go do.
God, I love it, man. When you look at things differently, the things you look at are different. You have to learn to take these situations and be able to have that mental strength. I love the way you view that because it's true. There are so many people who are in wheelchairs who don't get the opportunity to climb into a ring. There are plenty of people who have differences that don't get the opportunity to do what you get to do.
Yes,
so
sir.
having that mentality is perfect for me as an individual, but I think they're great lessons in life that extend beyond the boxing ring, man.
Exactly.
And I can already tell you're an intelligent person when it comes to that. So that's very cool.
The funny thing is, I've actually been against him as an opposing coach.
All right.
So before I actually trained him, I had a fighter go against him. So I did some research on him, obviously going into the fight, and then seeing him up close and personal in the fight. I got a good sense of who he was. So yeah, I mean, what I like about him is just mentality. He's got that, that just I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
He wants to fight the best. He wants to be the best, and man, I can't do nothing but respect it.
Yeah.
So. I got a call about possibly training him. So yeah, come to the gym. We talked. I kind of watched him worked out, and yeah, right away I liked him. I knew he was a hard worker. He was yes sir, no sir, and you don't get a lot of that nowadays. And I think a lot of kids don't understand how far that goes.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So little things like that, and then just seeing him throughout as a man, seeing how he handles himself. He takes care of his kids. If he's not going to cut off training because he has his kids, he'll bring him there. He pays attention to him. So it's an all around thing, not just what he is in the ring, but outside.
That's huge, man, because that's what I know of you, and that's who you want to be involved in. In this fight game, there are a lot of people that have a mentality that maybe doesn't jive. They may be talented, and in the ring and in the gym, they've got all kinds of talent, but is it somebody you want to surround yourself with, somebody you want to surround your family with? You have your little girls. What are their names?
Eris and Araya.
All right, there we go. So Eris and Araya, If Harrison and Raya want to show up to the gym, you want your trainer and you want the people who own that gym to be respectful towards your family. Now, it is an aggressive environment. There's a lot of machismo going on around
Yes,
there.
sir.
But at the same time, you know that everybody there has a certain respect for each other. The man demands it.
Long time since I was a kid, really. I mean, my dad did a little boxing when he was younger. My uncles, we always watched it. You know, I would always dabble in the gym. Fought as a young man. You know, didn't have the discipline. You know, that was my biggest flaw, was the discipline. But boxing's always been something in my family. I always tell people boxing events were more fun for me than Christmas and any other holiday, because I had both sides of the family come over to watch a fight.
Yeah.
You know, usually
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
your mom's side, your dad's
Yeah.
side. You know, but on fight nights, everybody come to our house.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, we'd be cleaning last minute before everybody comes.
Yeah.
And you have, you know, both sides of the family come. So
Yeah.
boxing's been very, very, very important to me.
I remember working, people won't know this, but I used to fight out of San Fernando, just in the amateurs, never went pro. But Alex and I had a relationship a while ago, and it's pretty cool, man, to be able to see this picture of us here. This is when we were actually training down there at San Fernando. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. About 15 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, it was a while, maybe a little longer, because I don't have any gray hair there. But now, man, I ended up going to after that, was training for the Ringside Nationals over in Lenexa, Kansas. It was a master's division. I won. But
Okay.
but it was pretty cool, man, because until you step into that ring, it's hard to understand what it takes before the fight takes place.
Yes, sir.
You know, we'll talk about how the fight is won in the gym. You know, we'll talk about it's not always the best boxers that make it to the top. Sometimes they're not the best, but they were the disciplined ones. They were the ones that hung out with the right people, influential people. You know, that what got them there wasn't just in the gym. And it seems like you've got that in you outside of the gym. Tell me a little bit about you, Joseph.
I was born and raised in San Antonio. When it comes to the boxing community, when it comes to boxing in general, it wasn't something that I grew up wanting to do. It's not something that I grew up doing in general. I fought a lot in school, and that was what led me to the trouble that I was in. As I was saying before we started recording, sports it's given me stability, and boxing did the same thing. After high school, if you don't go to college to play football or whatever sport you're in, you know, for somebody like me who doesn't have a father figure but gets to go to high school and have several father figures, you lose that and you start to revert back to what it is that you used to do or what you might have been doing before, you know, you ever started lacing up your cleats. When I started boxing gave me the stability. It gave me a brother. It gave me a father figure. It gave me a mother or a cousin. You know, it just gave me what I needed. I don't have a lot of that at home, and boxing definitely gave me that.
Yeah.
You know, March 10th of 2021, my brother passed away. He was shot and killed.
Sorry about that, man.
Don't be sorry. People go through a lot worse. And it's always a blessing to still be here, you know. March 10th, he passed away. He was shot and killed. And I was in the gym. I didn't know where to go, who to go to. I just knew I was in a different space, and muscle memory led me back there. Just being around all the people that I know loved me and I loved them. And I would always, you know, fight for them. I want to say one thing about me is I'm going to always figure it out one way or another. It doesn't matter what it is.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to always figure it out,
Awesome.
you know.
Awesome,
Definitely.
man. What a great thing to know about you as far as your resiliency and mental strength, because again, going back to what makes a fighter great, what makes a father great, how do you handle yourself in adversity? What you do when you're going through adversity will tell you a lot about yourself. It's how I judge a lot of people.
Yes, sir.
It's easy when things are going great. What happens when things aren't? I think that boxing gives you that ability to be able to, if you can physically handle yourself,
Yes, sir.
you're going to get punched, you're going to get knocked down, you're going to get hurt. How you respond to that, how you keep your cool, how you handle what happens, not just to you. You get into boxing, you're going to get hit, you're going to get beat, but it's how you bounce back and how you come back more intelligently. All those things are great lessons in life. To me, that's what boxing provides you. Because like I said before we recorded, at some point boxing ends for everybody.
Oh, yes.
What are you left with?
Exactly.
You know, and boxing doesn't define you. You love it, but it doesn't define you. How has the experience of not having that father figure and ultimately having 2 little girls, what does that mean to you? What is it that you have committed to in the absence of a father figure, being a father now to your little girls?
In the absence of a father figure, being a father, it's I'm not gonna say it's easy. I'm still learning how to be a man myself. I'm young. I'm only 23. There's a lot of stuff I'm still learning today. I just know that I take a piece of what my parents may have did that I might not have liked, and I try to do it a little different. There's no book to how to be a parent, especially for a young parent. I know that they could have, that they did their best, and I know it's from there, it's my turn to take it and do better, try to do better. You know, that's all anybody can do is just try to do better. On the days that I feel like I don't want to, I make sure I do. That defines a person, whether you be a father, whether you be a mother, a brother, a son, you know, a daughter. It defines you to do better. Take it, you know, because I expect my daughters to do the exact same thing. Daddy's gonna take it this far, and when daddy's time is up, I need you to take it a lot further for me.
Awesome, man. Alex, this sounds like the type of fighter you want in your gym.
All gyms have discipline. That's no, you know, on any gym. But for me, just my discipline, the way I want to run things, is just gonna set a difference. You know, for my bags, you know, I like to get top quality stuff. I want to have the best for my guys. You know, if my gym's making a little money, it's gonna go back into my gym because, you know, I want my fighters to train with the best equipment they can or whatever they need. So really just the atmosphere, the culture I'm trying to bring. Again, going back to you know, doing the community work with the Punch Parkinson's Special Olympics. I do want to get my fighters involved in that later on. You know, so that's kind of what I'm trying to implement there too as well.
So when we're talking about your gym, you're not just accepting any fighter into your gym. What do you look for with a fighter that's going to join your gym? They're going to have the equipment, but other gyms have equipment. They're going to get a trainer. Other gyms have trainers. Like what is it that you look for in somebody who wants to come work with you? Because again, talent's one thing, but if you have the wrong attitude, it can affect every boxer and every family member, everyone that's in that gym. So what do you look for somebody who wants to come to Espinosa Boxing?
Well, it goes back to the discipline, you know, because discipline is respect. And you got respect for me, you have respect for yourself, you know, because if you come in the gym and you go straight to work and you're working, well, I know you're respecting yourself enough to work, you know, to give it, you know, to work on that time. And if you come in joking around, playing around, well, you know, that's disrespecting yourself, to be honest, because you're not putting that
one bad apple is all it takes to get rid of the whole tree. It's just one bad apple. Alex is a hard worker. He's somebody I look to. When I went to him before Espinosa Boxing Gym, I knew that was a place for me. Being at the gym that I was at before Espinosa Boxing Gym, I knew that I had outgrown that gym and I needed to be somewhere that was going to push me. Getting around him, he made me do a lot of the things that I knew I should have been doing and I wasn't doing at the time. You know, maybe taking an angle off a punch, moving my head off the line, not being lazy. You know, just stuff that you'd expect for any athlete to do. So I definitely got to credit him. He's a hard worker.
Keeping your hand up too, don't forget that one.
Exactly, because he will get you with that. I definitely got to credit him. Being able to see him open his gym on January 6th, it's you want to support people like that. You know, I don't know what he goes through. I don't know what you go through. Nobody knows what I go through. But to be able to watch him say that he's gonna do something and then do it it's great. You know, we all want to be sayers. Not a lot of us want to be doers.
I think that's important. You know, a lot of people they don't want to hear your testimony. They want to see you live your testimony.
Yes, sir.
And Alex does that. And it's a great thing to be able to have a gym opening up that I know that, for instance, if my son was at a young age, is very impressionable by social media, by everybody that's out there. You yourself were a part of a crowd that, you know, would mix it up and all. But if you can get a kid into a gym like that teaches him how to defend himself, defend others that are weak or hurting or maybe can't defend themselves, but also have the teachings that this isn't used to take advantage of, man. This is a skill set, but it's important to be able to stand up for those that can't stand up for themselves. And ultimately, you can have all the talent in the world, but without the right guidance, man, where are you going to, you can get swallowed up by all the things outside of your ability in the gym. So if I was a parent looking for a good place to send my child to learn boxing, I'd want the mentality to go with it that keeps them out of trouble. And I know that that's what your gym's going to offer.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So, all right. So you got a fight coming up here soon. What's the dates? What's the location? And
so I'll be fighting Sean Garcia on Golden Boy December 2nd in Houston at the Toyota Center. That's one of the ones. I was saying that, man, to my barber this morning when I was getting my cut. You know, he was like, "I've been cutting you since you're 17." I know, right? You're about to be 24. I was like, yeah, man.
And for those that don't know, this is Ryan Garcia's
younger brother.
So that's who this is, Ryan Garcia's younger brother. This will be on Saturday. I want to be able to highlight some of your moves. Just talk me through kind of what you see on this video, you know, what it is that you enjoy about his skill set. You know, we're not trying to give anything away, but at the same time, you know, there's some things that I saw in this video that I think were pretty impressive, man. So yeah, on this one, dude, you want to talk about action. You want to talk about what I got from this was you can mix it up.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Where was this at? Give me the...
This was at Davies Entertainment. This is here in San Antonio for the TCL Combat League tryouts. This is a fighter that I had just met, and it's crazy because when we went for the face-off, he asked if I had that dog in me. And it's crazy because his name is Nate Dogg.
Oh, yeah?
And it was like, man, you met your match. You met your match, definitely. Because I'm him, for real.
Yeah, man. Well, I know in a lot of these fights that I saw you in, you know, you're technical, you're in, you're out, you're working on your defense. You're not in there just slugging. But in this one, I saw a little bit of an aggressiveness in you that I was like, no, man, he's going at it. So I know you're an entertaining fighter. Describe your fighting style to me, and then I'll have you compliment or add to whatever you'd say. What's your fighting style like?
I'd like to say I'm a boxer puncher. Nothing makes my blood go like walking a fighter down. You being able to walk you down, pick shots, and not get hit in between, or being light on my toes, taking angles and hitting you from sides that you can't see. I'm real gritty. I want to say, man, I might get a lot of stuff for this, but I want to say they don't make them like me anymore.
All right.
I feel like I'm from that old era of boxing where I'm going to fight anybody and everybody. I'm not here to protect a record. I want to fight the best people. I want to fight people with styles like mine. I want to fight styles that don't complement my style. You know, I just want to fight. I'm here to fight. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to get paid. I'm here to just, I want to be, this is a sport to be barbaric. This is a sport where, you know, if I want to put you down and not get in trouble for it, I can put you down and not get in trouble for it. I'm definitely a boxer puncher. I feel like I can do a lot of different things in that ring. One of my favorite things to do is really just walk a fighter down.
All right, man. So you did appreciate then the Benavidez style of fighting,
yes,
especially over the side. Which, by the way, Alex, you guys are supposed to be on that card, is that right? Or on the undercard?
Sir. We were supposed to be on that originally, and then we got pushed back to this date.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And it happens a lot. It happens a lot in boxing.
So add to this. Give me.
No, I mean, what he said was exactly right. You know, going back to like when I had seen him in the ring when we were against each other. Obviously, I wasn't the one fighting him, but my fighter was fighting him at the time. He just brought that. He made it his fight with his will, his determination. He turned the fight into his fight. You know. Again, gritty, you know, the fearless actually matches him because it goes back to him saying he wants to fight the best. And a lot of people say that. But the thing is, he doesn't have to take these fights. This last fight, Felix Garcia, different weight class, you know, undefeated blue prospect fighter, you know, basically going to his house. He's from San Antonio. We're basically going to their promotion, fighting them. They did a great job. Great job of the fight, you know, very close fight. Again, didn't have to take that fight, but he did. Next fight goes after Sean Garcia. Not an easy fight. I could easily got him. And I told him we can build. You know, we could take two fights, kind of work on what we've been working on. But you know, his mentality is I want to go. I want to fight the best. You know, and he's kind of learning on the job. You know, he's one of these guys that didn't do it his whole life. So he's still learning as he goes, but he picks up very fast. And that's what I like about him as well, because you see the concentration, you see the want, you see the determination. Sometimes he texts me, "Hey, coach, should I be doing it?" I'm like, "Man, rest, dude."
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Resting is as important as working hard,
Yeah.
you know? But that determination, you know, that's something you can't teach in the gym.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, that's one thing I enjoy about Joseph. And win, lose, or draw, I'm going to have his back because of that. You know?
All right, yeah.
You're every now and then you don't mind sinking with the ship.
Yeah.
If the ship, you know,
Yeah.
if you care about that ship.
Yeah,
so
man.
wherever we ever go, I'll have his back just
That's
because
awesome,
of the person
man.
he
Awesome.
is.
That loyalty, I know I can describe that about you. We talked about it earlier, so I appreciate that. And that's what a great thing to be able to have, somebody who does have your back, but really is there for the right reasons.
Yes, sir.
All right, so your competitor, right? Sean Garcia. Most people have not really heard about Sean Garcia as much. You know, his brother's going to take it over, but give us a little background. Like, what's Sean Garcia all about?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's similar to his brother, similar fighting style. He's a southpaw, difference from Ryan. But you know, from what I see, and I don't want to say too much.
Can
Obviously,
we bring up a picture of him real quick? Go ahead.
obviously, we don't want to say too much before the
Yeah, I
fight.
got
but you know, he's got a lot of things we feel we can expose.
All right.
You know, obviously, we feel like this is a good matchup for us.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have took the fight. This is not a fight we took because, oh man, it's good money, or you know. No, we really feel like we can win. And,
All right.
and with somebody like Joseph, you know, all it takes is one good win, and it changes the trajectory of his career.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's an exciting fighter, you know. So, you know, we know this is our fight.
Yeah.
He's gonna win for
All
sure.
right, man.
So,
All right. So you know, hey, it helps to be able to have a name associated, right?
Yes, sir.
Sean Garcia. I think that, like, when it comes to this fight, we're gonna get past it. That's what we're gonna concentrate on. We'd love to have you back to be
Yes,
able
sir.
to discuss the fight and all. But let me ask you this: with what your trajectory is right now, you're saying, "I'll fight anyone. I'll fight anyone, anywhere." I love that what you're saying is you're not interested in protecting the record. And I think it's been talked about a lot lately. Two things you said. One was, I want to fight the best. And a lot of boxers right now are being criticized for ducking, for wanting to protect that O.
Oh yeah.
It's refreshing because it's starting to turn a corner. All right. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Look at this. All right. Preliminary card, 135 pounds. All right. Look at that, boy. That's not the guy sitting across from me, man. There's no way. That dude's too mean.
Yeah.
Nah, man. So we'll check out the record. All right. So we got 3-1-1, 6-0-1. That's our last fights. Sugar Rush, huh? That's his nickname. All right, Joseph, we got to get that fearless in there, man.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah, man. So that's what you got to fight. So what is it going to air on?
it'll be on DAZN.
Okay, on DAZN.
Yes, sir.
And so I know I'm tuning in, man. I'm excited. You're going to hear me yelling from my house. I promise
Yes,
you.
sir.
But so that trajectory that you're on, I know you said you'll fight anyone, anywhere. You're not interested in protecting that O. I think the other thing that's been talked about is I don't think the public's looking at that anymore.
No.
They're respecting now. It's a tide in the boxing fan that's accepting and wanting the ones that are willing to fight the best.
Yes.
They're getting the respect now. So I think you're on that right path with that.
I definitely, I would like to say so. There's nothing like a fight that you know is 50-50. Like that Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. fight. That was, I love Errol Spence. So that was one of that fight for me was emotional. I was going crazy at home, you know.
Yeah.
Those are the good fights. No knock to any fighters or boxers out there, but to know that a fight is already one-sided before you even watch it, it turns me away, you know, and I'm a fighter myself. It makes me look the other way, knowing that one fighter is going to fight another fighter and that same fighter is going to just beat the brakes off of them the entire time. You know, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
We want entertainment. We want, you know, fighters to fight. I have a list, and I'm waiting to go down it. I'm waiting to go down that
love
list.
it.
Definitely.
I love it. Yeah, man, that's cool, man. All right, so we're gotten to the details of your next fight. We're hoping to be able to have you back. What I want to do now is, well, real quick before we head out, I want to give a big shout out. See this? Notre Dame boxing. We got the Bengal bouts.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I don't know if you're familiar with the Bengal bouts or not, but it's over at Notre Dame.
Okay.
And they put on this. It's a benefiting fights for the community in Bangladesh. So they do a lot of fundraising to be able to support hospitals and programs for the youth and all. And we've got my my nephew, Jesse Salazar. We went up to see him. He fought in it. He attends Notre Dame, and he fought in the Bengal bouts. And he lost the championship fight, but I'll tell you what, he gained so much experience, man. And it was such a great thing to be able to see. That's Jesse there, and he's right over there too. So when we talk about, boxing, I myself participated, got my nephew in it. And boxing is just a big thing in my family. So it's in our blood. And I'm telling you, I'm super excited. So anyway, shout out to Jesse on that. But so we got the fight. Give the date again. January the 6th?
December 2nd.
Oh, December. God damn, where was I at? December 2nd.
Grand opening.
The grand opening. There you go. So December the 2nd, that's this Saturday on DAZN.
DAZN.
And we have an idea of the time.
It'll be early. It'll be one of the first, like with DAZN, they'll show the whole prelims. So I would say it's probably gonna be the last prelim. I'd say around 6 o'clock.
All right.
Most likely.
All right. Very cool. Well, hey, man, I want you to do me a favor. You look into that camera, and I want you to be able to tell the citizens of San Antonio about your pride for representing our city, but also what they can expect when they watch you fight on Saturday.
Yes, sir. You guys can expect fireworks. I'm straight from 7611 Marbach Road. That's John Jay if you rocking with me.
Talking about.
I got the city on my back. Let's go, y'all.
All right, man. I'm excited about it, man. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm excited to be able to do this again. I'm excited to watch the fight, highlight you. Hopefully you'll come back. And just want you to know out there that I truly appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm excited to continue this. Do me a favor, man. Drop some notes inside the details. Let me know what you enjoyed about the show, what you'd like to know about our fighters and our guests when you come over. Hopefully, Alex will continue to join me when it comes to highlighting these fighters, talking about these fights. And one last thing I'm going to do, man, I'm going to ask if you'll help me out, which I know you don't have an issue with, man, after meeting you. I'm going to have you... Let's see if you don't mind, man, signing a glove for me, man.
Yes,
that we
sir.
can. This is going to benefit our organization called Shields for Kids.
Okay,
Shields
definitely.
for Kids is our nonprofit. It's a bunch of officers that go out and provide for kids in the community that are in need. And man, you're going to be able to help make somebody's life very special.
Yes, sir,
with these
definitely.
gloves, man. I'm going to give one of those away, and I'm going to keep one in our room for us. So
There you go.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you, all right?
Always.
Y'all take it easy. This is Trini Trinidad. Make sure you subscribe, and don't forget I got your 6.